So I've got some electrical stuff. Always make sure you got your right items, because I just went to Screwfix and their order was wrong, so I'm just double checking my order. Twin earth wire, 1.5mm. Oop, that's upside down. And I got this and wire stripper. Cool. That one's going to be moved over there. I'm gonna put one of these in place because that's the neighbour's wall. I don't really want to disturb that too much and crack there in the house. Pop it in there. We want to have good contact between the copper and the terminal. Okay, if you're interested in what we do here, by all means subscribe and stay tuned if you want to see a day-to-day vlog of this thing, what we do, renovations. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got the roll of wire and I managed to get it through, snake it through there. So I'm obviously going to put it through the joists, but now I'm just testing the length of wire so I know that the run can happen. So I don't have to go through this joist here because there's a bit of light and I can see the other side of the room. So there's an opening there and you can see it here. And I'm going to use the existing hole, so I'll probably pass it through that if I can while recording. See it? There you go. Now if you remember earlier, all the little connector boxes, I'm going to connect the live with the live, earth with the earth and the neutral with the neutral onto the new wire that I put in. So I've got some earthing sleeve and I'm going to put it down on this wire here. But keeping in mind that I've got to keep, just like this, so keep the copper exposed for roughly about a centimetre for the block connectors. Okay, so I cut it. Okay, I'll just pop it on there. There you go. Now just to connect the like for like with each other, making sure that the copper is not exposed from the block terminal. There you go. And then close it, screw it in. Then do the earth and the neutral is the same way. Okay, and the last one. There you go. So they're all secure now. And now I'm just going to try and get it in the junction box, which I doubt it'll fit into, so I'll probably have to use a new one, but we'll see. Okay, so I scrapped the block connectors in the end and I just put it in a junction box. Make sure they're all tight and I'll close that cap. So I'll pop that little junction box there, and then once I know and tested everything's working, I'll just screw it onto one of the joists. I just realised I forgot. I was concentrating on wiring so much that I meant to loop that through the joist, remember? Gotta undo that junction box now and then loop it through. Okay, it's just making a pilot hole with a wood drill bit. See if it's gone through. Alright, here's a bit of a tip. So I don't have my big giant drill bit. So if you don't have that, you can make two small pilot holes right next to each other. Not too close, otherwise it will just break through. The biggest drill bit you got, and it'll open up to the bigger. Yeah, so I made two holes and then I combined them to one. Should be on the other side. There you go. So you can see I passed that through over there. Now I've just got to pull it through. Try not to twist it around, just makes it more difficult to get into the holes. It helps to push through one end and pull through this end and keep it at the same kind of height level so it just goes in smoothly. A few more inches. Done. And you don't want to over tighten them, you want them to be slightly slack anyway. Now I've just got to do that one and that one in the same way, then pass it back over there to the junction box. That's the second hole drilled out in the same way, passing through the wire. There. Now keep in mind, if you're going to drill the joist, try to drill at least an inch away from the top. So if you were to do any screws in the future, putting screws through the subfloor into the joist, it's less likely that you'll hit a wire. Okay, got the last hole done. That was tough. Basically, I didn't make the hole big enough. It was a fat joist, so it's a lot more work really. Too zoomed in. And we can see there. So I passed that through the last joist there, throwing that underneath now here. Onto the other side, I'm just going to connect it up. Then what I'll be doing is cutting the wire down there to the right length, leaving enough slack for the back box. Okay, so I've got my wire here, which I'll have to cut soon. I've got the back box, I'm going to use that hole here to punch out. When cutting the wire, just make sure there's enough slack to run through so you can curl your wires inside the back box, otherwise things will become really difficult. But I've got enough slack in the floor as well, so just thinking about there. Okay. The back box, I need to get some more rubber grommets down here, so I can put that after anyway. But just pop it through there and keep that ready there for the second fix. There you go. So let's use the automatic wire strip to take that off. Remember that you have to put earth sleeving around that one, neutral, live. Okay, so the holes in this one, on this socket are very large. Probably have to double the ends on the back of the wiring here. So for example, take that around, bend it there, sort of pinch it, and that's a bit thicker, so there's more surface area for the screw to grip onto, and it doesn't squash the wire completely. Also, in order to do that, maybe I'll just make it a little bit longer, just so I can do that for that as well. Same for that, turn it around there, and that one around there. I'm trying to record at the same time, so it might not be perfect. So I probably have to take a bit of the sleeving off here and there as well. Almost forgot the sleeving. Now what I do is basically loosen these up in order to, you can see that. You don't want to open it up too much because it will take a lot of travel to then close back, and you don't want to be doing that while the wires are kind of like loose. It's your choice which earth terminal you want to use. On some plug sockets they'll have two wires coming at the back, so they'll have two earths. You can put them in the same one if you want to as well. In this situation, I've only got one wire at the back. Put it through there and make sure the copper isn't exposed after it, and there's good contact that you can see visually with the screw and the copper that is exposed. Don't over tighten them too much, just kind of pull it and see how strong it is. I'm gonna do the live and get it around to open up a little bit more. So that's in, close that up. And like I said, you can just use any of the earth terminals, so I'm gonna use the top one over there. Okay, so that's all connected up. I'm doing this in a bit of a different order because I'm recording. Also, I don't want to finish off things completely because I need to fix the box and everything, but I can't do that anyway. It's mainly for the purpose of the video.
Now to test if it actually works.
Great news, it works. So I basically just tested it by charging my phone. So I've got to get an earth from there. So if you're using a back plate, best to earth it, so I want to earth it. And now I've secured the back box. I just literally popped a screw in there and done another one behind there. You may notice on some of these plug sockets that there's a lug that's just adjustable, so that'll help you straighten it out in case the back box is not straight itself. Currently in B&Q, and we are looking for the kitchen door faces, so let's go have a look.